Well, the Canucks are consistently inconsistent. It's time for another Canucks therapy session as the Oilers smash the Vancouver Canucks. Let's talk about it. Well, drowning my sorrows in a plate of nachos. It's time for some therapy. Here's my cherry Coke. They should sponsor me. My name is RevTrev, everyone, and I'm not going to eat during this whole thing. I might have a few sips of this cherry Coke, but that's it. I'm so glad that you're here. I love making Canucks content. It is passionate, realistic, and honest. If you like that kind of content, hit the like and subscribe. But it's a full-on therapy session, everyone. We are literally so consistently inconsistent. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Excuse me. This Canucks team is shockingly bad. It is on a downward spiral. We're not even in games anymore. We literally... how many games we've gotten absolutely smashed this month alone is shocking. It's absolutely shocking. And so we're going to talk about it, why the Canucks are so bad, okay? Why the Canucks are so bad. Just a reminder, though, to follow me at my socials, Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, whatever you're on, follow me, Kempner Canucks. And also, if you don't mind hitting those like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. So the Vancouver Canucks get smashed 6-2 tonight. 6-2. It's 6-2. You know, after you go and you beat Edmonton 3-2, and with all the fireworks that happened at the end of the game, and I know that we've been struggling. I know we've been up and down. But tonight's a night. You know that the Oilers are coming. You know the Oilers are upset with the suspension, and they want to take it out on us, and I get it. But we have to have a better effort. Now let's give them credit. Came out angry, firing on all cylinders, played an excellent game, absolutely toasted us. And so we're going to talk about everything that happened. Well, not everything, but I mean, you got to give them credit. Congrats to the Edmonton Oilers. Without Connor McDavid, absolutely smoked us. It was 5-0 at one point in the second period. I don't know about you, but that's not good enough, people. It's not good enough. Not even competitive. Okay. Let me just show you. We just need to get into this for a second, okay? This is outrageous how bad it's been, okay? And we just need to talk about it. Let's just rip off the Band-Aid, shall we? Okay? So we lose 3-0 to the Predators. We lose in overtime to the Canadians. We lose in overtime to Washington. And because we won in shootouts, everyone's angry that we're getting points, okay? So then, hey, let's do something different. Let's not get points. Let's get shut out by the Hurricanes. And then, we're going to get smoked by Toronto. No. We go into Toronto and shut out Toronto. First time ever the Canucks have done that in Toronto. Then we get absolutely slammed by the Jets. Okay. Then you got the Kings. Okay. The Kings 5-1. Somehow we beat Edmonton 3-2. We scored 3 goals in the first period. Actually, in the last, 4 minutes of the first period, we scored all 3 goals. Never scored again. Thankfully, we're able to hold them off. Then all the fireworks happen. Connor Garland gets cross-checked in the face by McDavid. Myers decides, hey, let me get on part of the party, and totally cross-checks Bouchard straight in the face. Both get suspended 3 games. Then we go out and look like the better team against Buffalo, and then find out we're not. We lose to the 3rd worst team in the NHL. And then, hey, let's just follow it up with a 6-2 road loss. Does this seem like good? And then wait a minute. We got the Capitals coming this weekend. We got the Blues coming up, which we haven't beat them yet. We can't seem to beat the Nashville Predators and Dallas. So January's terrible for us. Like, you know what? I was watching Donnie and Dolly. That's what it is. So it's Don Taylor and Rick Dollywall. Okay. And Don said something very, very important today. So the problem with Vancouver fans is they're getting indifferent, and indifference is bad for business. And he hit the nail on. People are no longer caring. It's like another, we just got smoked. Let's go back to that. Okay. How many of these games did we get smoked in? Okay. This is how bad this is. Okay. So we get smoked by Nashville. That's 1. We won't say that these 2, we were up by, I believe we were beating the Habs, but so we got smoked by the Hurricanes. Okay. That's 2. Smoke because we didn't even have a chance. There was no chance. There's no option in that game where we're coming back. And then so let's go. That's 2. Okay. And then Winnipeg, LA. I wouldn't say the Sabres game we got smoked. And then tonight. Okay, that's 5 games where we've gotten absolutely manhandled. And this is, the Canuck fans are going to get to that stage later. They're going to literally say something like this. Why in the world would I waste my time on a team that's playing like this? Or why am I showing up when they're not showing up? So the big question is, and I want you to answer it. We got 53 comments already, 82 people in here already. What's wrong with the Vancouver Canucks? Post it right now. We're going to talk about a lot of that. Okay. We're going to talk about a lot of that. I want to dive into your comments. So Cherry Coke is honestly the best. It's so good. Okay. Let's dive into it. Actually, Elfrin, I think you had one of the best comments. Okay, well, look, watch this, by the way. First star, 73. Penalty hat trick. We're going to talk about Desharnais. Second star, 17. So Hronek. +2 on the Oiler goals. Okay. And third star, 35. Shutout in the first. What do you mean shutout in the first? In the first period. I thought he got 3 goals in the first period. Demko. Was it? Third star, 35. Are you talking about Canucks 35? I'm a little confused. Blazer fan says the Canucks are killing me. Leah is like, they are consistently disappointing me, that's for sure. Bring up DPD only to make him watch from the press box. I just wanted to see him play, even if we got... I agree. Why didn't he play tonight? I guess they need Myers back, or, maybe they should just have played played their up and coming DPD, right? I just got to turn this... my wife got me a heat warmer, like foot warmer thing. It's an electric foot warmer. It's awesome. So I just had to turn it on. Anything would have been better than Desharnais and Susie. Love it. Look at this one. I love this one. My little French bulldog. I love French bulldogs. They're so cool. Is more entertaining than Canucks. Michael says Tyler Myers should be in the Ring of Honor. Too bad McDavid was suspended. I feel like when they play him, they actually try and show up. I don't know. Trev should start the stream with the 30-second scream. Yeah, I'm just eating nachos and drinking cherry Coke. Gravely, the biggest Blackhawks fan I know says rough game to watch, Canucks fans. Yeah, absolutely. Saturday's games are because of the 6 p.m. start. The Sunday games I work. I don't know. What are we talking about here? Okay. Steve, Tocchet has lost his team. His facial expressions after every goal or penalty says it all. We're done. We're done. Okay. So, what's wrong with the Canucks? There you go. Steve says it's definitely the coach. Michael wants me to throw my nachos on the ice. I mean, I was thinking about it. They're going to get cold now because I started the stream. So I got to eat some of them. You know what I mean? The W is nachos. They are delicious, man. Lyndon, just got off work. Good thing you didn't watch that. Bring back the Red Eye root beer. I was thinking about it, but I felt like this tonight. Need to roll, Mark says. Unfortunately, it is the coach that goes first, which is not deserved. Players need to go in this case. Michael says the Canucks fandom, 55 years of pain. Don't worry. Wait till they're fully healthy. Yeah, A1, I did say that. Apparently I was wrong. We have no excuses now, right? There's no excuses. We lost. We got smoked. We absolutely got smoked tonight. I had a feeling when Edmonton scored, the game was over after the first goal. Tyler's like, Demko's no longer himself. They can't defend. Don't you wish Canucks had a decor that could defend? Ryan, I agree. Michael says, who knew Tyler Myers was the secret X factor on this team? Bring back Linden and Beachz. They have 8 games left before the break. They win 1 in the next, under over. I don't know. I don't know. Is there a reward for the most inconsistent team in the NHL? I don't know about. I don't know. That's a good question. Hey, my friends, Locked On Canucks. Is Elias Pettersson scamming the city of Vancouver? That's a loaded question, my friend. I'll drink my cherry Coke to that. I want to be careful because I find that there are people who are what I call the PD, protect PD police. Okay. And when that happens, they come out in full force, my friend. So I'm assuming this is Kyle. Good to see you, Kyle. If it's Trevor, good to see you as well. If it's both of you, great to see you both. Okay. Boy, that is a good question. And we just read the story of Pettersson, who just got scammed in Stockholm. He bought a home. Was it $3.4 million worth? And it was a total dud. Cost way more to fix it than it did to own it. I don't understand how you don't know that. The real estate agent, apparently, according to the report, who scammed Pettersson, is now going to prison for 6 years. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So that's what I read. I don't know if that's factually true, but I just saw that. All right. Rome thinks that Tocchet's still a good coach. He's just lost the room. Shocking how quickly it has happened. Yep. Yeah. What's wrong with the Canucks? Desharnais was still playing for the Oilers, Russ says, right, Russ? It's crazy. But Trev, we need to keep the core together and not make any trades. Well, yes and no. Okay. I'm okay with making trades as long as it makes sense for us. I don't want to make a trade for the sake of a trade. So the pattern is 1 win, 2 losses. So beat Washington, then get smoked the next 2. Hey, at least we know. At least if you've got tickets for the Capitals game, that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. Okay. What's wrong with the Canucks? Terrible chemistry. Pepsi is better. What about cherry Pepsi? Is it better? That's a question. Why in the world would I spend my hard-earned money on tickets with this team? It's a great question. It's a great question. Something needs to be done. I don't know what it is. Marcus says there's no urgency and we take dumb penalties. Absolutely. That's definitely a problem. All those 3 stars are the Canucks. Yeah, I figured so. Trade Demko, clear the cap space. Trade Miller. Oh, you want the Ranger trade? Okay. D gets better. Sign a second line center this summer. Overpay if you have to. Lankinen is good enough. Look at Aiden Hill. Oh, yeah. I like Aiden Hill. Same. What's going on with the Canucks right now? They should just tank the rest of the season and play golf early instead. Yeah. Okay. Get some more dinosaurs counties. Yeah, they're so good. They're over there. I've got over half of them still left over here. Right there. See them? Over half still left in that container right there. Carol, good to see you. It's been a while. By the way, I'm just wearing my JT Miller jersey until he gets traded. And I'm still going to wear it because I love JT Miller. So what's killing me is why JT Miller standing out there when you got the fighting. I didn't get that. He was just watching guys getting punched. I mean, not when Garland got cross-checked in the face, he was the first guy there. Just remember that. Let's not forget everything about JT, but yeah. PD has, in his last 82 games, 18 goals. Wow, that's awful. That's awful. Blazer fan says, management thinking big D men who are pylons are key to success. Alvin, our team can play very good defensively. They can't even get out of the zone, and then they get scored on. If Calgary wins their game in hand, we are 5 points out of a playoff spot. We're cooked. That was funny when Desharnais attempted 3 times to get the puck out, only to turn it over to the Oiler defense. Then they scored off of it. He was awful. Where did I get my nachos from? These are just Costco bag nachos, which actually you can get them at any store now. What kind are they? I don't know, whatever that bag of nachos are. But then it's just nacho. It's just cheddar cheese, and I love putting green onions on it. I also like having peppers on it too, like green, red, orange peppers. But yeah, that's all it is. It's just my own. Really good. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of drama going on, guys, girls. Desharnais, Fortnite, Forber are the biggest busts of Vancouver. No, Louis Eriksson. Biggest bust of all time. $6 million a year for 6 years. Scored 30 goals in Boston the year before. Scored 11 the next year. I'm almost already done this. So Tony says, I think the Oilers should trade for Miller. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Petey is playing like a $7 million guy. Yep. Elson says Greener didn't show up because Petey played so bad. Greener? Who's Greener? Petey destroyed the Canucks' potential dynasty. Matt says that. Monty says 5th highest paid player in the league, has 18 goals in the last 80 games. That's craziness. The Beer Baron, tonight was the point where this just feels like the usual, which was very bad. Clarify, bring Linden back in management. Yeah, I loved it when he was there. He was a voice of reason, at least, right? What else? I remember those days. Those are good days. A lot of people feel that way. Matt, watch out for the Protect Petey police, though. Status quo is losing the wild card spot. Petey is scamming the Canucks. What do I think should happen? That's a great question. I'm going to bring up some of that tonight. Time to move in from Demko. He's done, wants $8 million a year for what? 40% of a season in which he plays like crap for 75%. Tank, sign the tank. Yeah. Lank the tank. Ryan says, I don't think it's time to move on from Demko. I'm going to give him a pass. He's not fully back up to speed. Insane amount of bad giveaways. They need to go back to learning fundamental hockey. Yeah, I was thinking I should have brought my sour cream down and salsa. You know what I mean? Because sour cream, salsa, just amazing on these bad boys. These are so good. Yeah, where's Brandstrom? That's what I want to know. How long do we have till talk is gone? That's a good question. I think we are hanging out our goalies are dry too, but I don't think Demko played well tonight. And I think the Oilers had great shots. I was trying to think about what goal was bad by the Oilers. Like Demko should have had it. Like honestly, they were on fire tonight, so I want to do that. Yeah, I know, right? Miller's one of the only consistent point producers on the team, but let's trade him. Let's trade him. Okay. Pettersson had a good night tonight. Interesting take. I was there tonight. No heart, no energy. They didn't give a crap about this game. The other fans didn't even feel the need to ridicule us. Yeah, Pettersson was great. -1. It's like, what? He went and blocked a shot? I don't know. All right. If Hogues did what Bluger did and took the penalty, would he even be playing the rest of the game? No, he would not, Bruce. That's a good question. That is that's a good question. Okay, let's get into it. You guys want to know what I think? First of all, I think the Oilers are a bunch of liars. The Oilers fans, that is. All today, we were posting pictures of Garland, #1 wanted man in the NHL. I wonder if I still have it on my phone. I probably do. Let's see if I do. And yep, I do. I'm gonna post it in here. I'm gonna bring it on my computer, and then I'm gonna post it. And they're like, no, we don't even care. We don't even care about Connor Garland. Okay. He is a pest. Who cares? Okay. He's an absolute pest. Okay. Let me bring it up here. I'm kind of stalling to bring this up. My bad. It is right there. There. And you know what? Every time he touched the puck, they booed him. Anytime he got hit, they booed him, basically. I shouldn't say it. Like, and this is where we're at. This is where we're at. Right? So I just think they're a bunch of liars. Not all of them, of course. But they act like he murdered Connor McDavid. but that's not. I don't know who made this graphic, by the way. Whoever made it, awesome job. But don't you feel like the Oilers fans are just like they're just whining over stupid stuff? Like, what are they mad about? They're mad? Okay, I was talking to my friend Trevor Finstad about this today. Okay, he gave me a call. He said, "Okay, so what if they called? Like, obviously, we all think that Garland should have got a penalty for interference, holding, whatever you want to call it. But even if they did, they wouldn't have touched the puck. Or sorry, they wouldn't have called the penalty until Vancouver touched the puck. So that 13 seconds, who cares? Who cares? But we all agree it was a penalty. Interference, holding, whatever you want to call it. Cool. Also, he was holding him, and McDavid punches him in the back of the head while Garland's on the ground. Okay? That's a penalty too. It's roughing. But it doesn't stop there. Garland keeps holding on to him, and then McDavid goes nuclear and cross-checks him in the face or in the side of the head, whatever you want to say. Okay? So why are you mad? Because they missed a 2-minute interference call? Holding call? You're mad that he got 3 games for trying to take his head off with his stick? I don't get it. Nobody's mad that Myers got 3 games. Nobody. It's the NHL needs to get rid of that junk that's going on. So I don't understand the Oilers fans. And then they're like, oh, don't worry. We don't care about Garland. But every time he gets hit, and the players had it out for Garland. And he was like, I don't care. Go for it. That's great. And Oilers, you guys are way better than us tonight. How we beat you the other night, I don't know. We're playing the worst hockey of the season, and we just split these last 2 games with you? Ridiculous. You should be ashamed of yourselves. But it is whatever. I don't know. I just think the Oilers fans are so interesting. Like, you think you have the best team in the league, and you just don't. You don't. It's good. But I don't know. At this stage, I don't think the Oilers are winning the Stanley Cup this year. I really don't. I think there's way better teams than them. All right. Back to the Gong Show of Vancouver. What do you guys think? What's up with Patrick Demko? I'm sorry, but, and I understand he's coming off a massive injury, serious injury, one that took him out for way longer than we anticipated. He's just not the same. He's just not the same. It's tough to watch. And when you're like, we need to put the backup in because he's better than Demko, it's bad. My other friend, Trevor Caverly, sent me a message tonight during the game, which I thought was quite interesting. What did he say? Big game tonight. Oh, no. Never thought I'd see the day Demko would be worse than Skinner. And Skinner didn't even play tonight. It was Picard. What's wrong with Patrick Demko, everyone? And then, let's talk about Desharnais. Wow. Just wow. Let's talk about it. My goodness gracious. He was awful tonight. The thing about Desharnais, I don't mind, his physicality, some of his penalty kill, but when you play a team like Edmonton, who have speed, speed kills, and Desharnais cannot keep up. That's just a fact. So I would actually not play Desharnais against the Oilers, and I know even though he is, he is that guy that, how do I say this? He should know how good this team is. He should know their weaknesses and their strengths, but he can't keep up. So he just goes to the penalty box. So the question is, have the Canucks players checked out? Feels like it. Guys, we're not winning. We're not losing 3-2 here. We're losing 6-2, 5-1, 6-1. This is bad. Okay. Maybe the Canucks are just exhausted because of all this drama, all the outside noise, all the potential trades that are going on. And then the big question is this: what's going on with Rick Tocchet? You look at his press conference tonight. He is frustrated, and he's trying to say, "Well, that's on me." How many times are you going to say, "Well, that's on me"? Get the guys ready. I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know. What's wrong with the Canucks? I think there's a lot of things wrong with the Canucks. Lots of things. Our stars aren't playing well, minus Hughes. Hughes is awesome. I loved the goal by Besser and Hronek tonight. Those were incredible. I had no idea Hronek could shoot it like that. I think it got tipped, though, if you ask me. But Manny hammered that. Besser's goal was a snipe. But, I mean, we're losing 5-2 at that stage. Or 5-0. So, you know, Besser didn't even really celebrate. He's like, okay, I broke the shutout. Yippee. Right? Why on earth does Connor Garland not have an A? That's a great question. That is a great question. Why is Hoagie sitting? Makes no sense. He has not produced this season. That's why Jack's. How many more 3-0 period blowouts are we expecting? I have a feeling there's more coming. Oh, that's what you're meaning. Okay. Yeah, that's the scary part. The starts are awful. Canucks should trade for Kyle Connor just so he won't be able to ring up a first period natural hat trick against them. Good job. Yeah, we know, Matt, we're never getting him. Hughes tackled by Perry in that scrum, and no Canuck power play came out of it. Garland got 4 minutes for being a punching bag. I know, Dan, it was shocking. Hogues played well for a few games. Shows offense, then scratched. Yeah. Canucks fans should base themselves in what? Reality? I don't even know what that word is. In reality? Oh, in Canuck fans should base themselves in reality? Okay. Canucks fans, like Oilers fans, like Canucks fans, are not players. Fans may care about something that players do not. Fans care that Garland held McDavid. Players care that Myers high stick Bouchard. Personalized. I just debunked this. The fans cared about Garland. Guess what? The Oilers were going after Garland. They cared too. So what you're saying right here, just so you know, is absolutely false. Players do care. They totally care. And they were out for Connor Garland tonight. But my point being, and this is what Elfrin's hitting, is Oiler fans they do overreact, and it's crazy. But you're right. Every other fan base that has passionate fans does as well. Canucks fans do too. Like 1998 all over again. We have such an amazing core. Not sure what's going on, Canuck Tony says. Tocchet has to go. I mean, come on. For the roster we have, yeah, it's an awful effort. And this reeks of a horrible, gross locker room that Tocchet obviously doesn't have the skills to manage. I mean, it would be really difficult, right? Michael says, if every Canuck played with as much heart as Connor Garland, we would be already in the middle of a cup dynasty. I agree. The Canucks didn't suspend him. Be mad at the league. McDavid started it with the forward hit and 2-minute holding call with 2 seconds left. I don't get it. Kate McDavid started it with the forward hit. Okay. 2 minutes, holding call with 2 seconds. Yeah, exactly. What are they going to do? No. Okay, let's talk about this. I do agree. Petey, get rid of Petey, keep Miller. No, actually, most people are saying get rid of Miller. I'm saying keep Miller. Get rid of Demko. Well, he doesn't play, so I understand why people are saying that. People have been saying that for a while now. Get rid of Myers. Yeah, we shouldn't have re-signed him. Like, he's playing terribly this year. Tocchet has, just until recently, hasn't called a timeout. So glad to see the passion. Glad to see the passion. I'm with you. But you're right. We're up and down. We're very passionate. Not sure why we even care, why they are mad. Who cares what they say? Yeah, that's a good point. Who cares if they booed Garland? They're fans, and that's what they're supposed to do. Edmonton laughs in the end by spanking us. Good point. Great point. Hey, yeah. Guys, just so you know, I'd like everyone in here. So please don't attack anyone else in the chat. Please. That honestly, I'm very glad everyone's here. So, Stuart, glad to have you here. Okay? Vegas is better than the Oilers. Do I need to repeat myself? I think they're better, but don't tell an Edmonton Oilers fan that. Demko does look really off. Stuart, when does Stanley Cup in 20? Yeah. I don't know. I don't think the Canucks are winning the Cup this year. I'm just saying. So it's not coming through Nanaimo, the parade. The Oilers are definitely not the best team in the league. Better than us, yes, but I can name so many better teams. I agree with that. It wasn't Demko's best game tonight. No. I wonder if Kiefer is hurt bad. I don't know. He might be. Tony says, Canuck Tony has been saying this for a while, Stuart. Canucks are winning in 2026. Demko needs stronger smelling salts. Gary, that's awesome, man. Multiple factors in Demko's performance. New goalie coach. Team often leaves him out to dry. Could be anything. Demko's getting back into it. Off for so long. Demko prevented Edmonton from getting a 10 spot for real. That's a fair assessment. Desharnais is trash. He was terrible tonight. I think Demko misses Ian Clark. He might. The $4 million penalty prone player. Congrats, Alvin. Right? Can we send Demko down to the HL for reconditioning like Oilers sent Skinner down? I don't know if he can with his contract. I don't know if he can. How much rope do you give Demko? He's played 10 games already. I'm not sure. Desharnais. I don't know. He got a hat trick in penalties, right? Yeah, he's pretty amazing. Miller for Schneider and Pick. Petey for Darlene. Make our D amazing and slowly work on forwards. This has to change. Doug, I like the way you're thinking. But you can't get rid of all of our offensive players. Yeah, we will be better defensively, but how many goals will we score? I mean, we only scored 2 tonight. No, you're right. No, I thought they had good shots. You're right. The defense wasn't great. We took too many penalties. You're totally right, personalized. Fire Tocchet. Wow. Aren't you? Didn't you just say we're up and down as a fan base? Now you're saying that. If drama is the problem, then the answer is addition by subtraction. Michael, you might be right. How is Hughes always so good? PD is not a game changer, sadly. I still wouldn't trade him. Are they staying up too late gaming? I don't know the answer to that question. I would say probably not, but even if they do, I think a lot of people in the league do that. So It's on me. Yeah. Doesn't it tell you something every time Talkit says it's on me? He simply didn't do his job. What do you do with employees that when they don't do their jobs, you fire them? No, I know. I just think there's so many issues that Talkit it's just one of them. Like I don't like using the coach as the scapegoat every time. Sometimes I just think it's on the players, and I feel that this year it's on the players. I mean, Talkit's probably sitting there going, really, guys? We talk about this, and here we go, and we just go out and play flat. Hughes is professional. Is a professional? Yep. Want Petey back? Get rid of Miller? Bring in another Swede? Petey will come back? I don't know. They were out of sync all game. Gap was terrible. You need at least 2 competent D-men. I agree. By the way, Gravely, I was thinking about doing a video on this. You know what? There's been some rumors flying under the radar about Pettersson going to Chicago. That's wild, eh? That's wild. What would they have to give up to get Pettersson? Ragnar Thor, the Canucks should just tank. That's definitely an option. It's wild that fans can condemn JT while giving Petey such a... I've been saying this. Everyone is saying Miller's playing like garbage. Like, have you watched Pettersson this year? Have you watched Pettersson the last 12 months? I want them both to do well. But, yeah, I know. Hoagie was just starting to heat up, so we sit him. Doesn't make any sense. That's coaching right there, guys. I don't like that. Miller was +2 tonight. Pettersson was -1. Fire the coach, trade EP40. Ooh, Eugene. Woo! Coming in with the hot take, the bold take. At this point, it seems like the team doesn't want to play until a trade happens. They're waiting for a move. I know, Zest, you're right. Mikey, I don't know what you're talking about. Reality. What are you talking about reality here? Is that from before? Trev, in Hoaglander's defense, he was playing his best stretch of games. I don't think he should have said it. I agree. David W. says Thatcher Demko didn't have a great game. With the 3rd and 4th Oiler goals, I could count as ugly. Interesting. Yet the loss isn't only on Demmer. With so many turnovers and poor play hurt the Canucks. Yeah, you're right. But I also think that the penalties, right? Still, Mike, that's awesome. Not to nitpick, but the Canucks were doo-doo in 1989. Yes. Yeah. Dream, you're delusional. Garland held McDavid down, and there were 22 seconds left. What do you mean? Yeah, there were 22 seconds left. It wouldn't have made a difference, right? I don't know if Rick Tocchet will be beyond season. Yeah, head coach. Yeah, he might not make it. Can you imagine winning the coach of the year and next year getting fired? Plenty of time to score in 22 seconds. I guess so. I guess you're right. Can't get rid of Myers with his no moving clause. Thanks, Elvine. Right. I'm going to side with Keith Miller. Draft Roger McQueen in the draft this year if we get top 10. Okay, I'd like that idea. Maybe they didn't play DPD because they thought the Oilers would try to go after him or he'd get injured if it was a rough game. I don't know about that one. Everyone be nice. Okay, yes, everyone should be nice. I hope Tocchet stays good coach. Something odd with this team. Maybe Miller does need to go. Maybe he does. I don't know. I hope not to. Nick, Corey Perry buried Hughes. Hughes is a disgrace to the game. What? Really? Yeah, I think that's, I don't know about that one. The Vegas Golden Knights are better than the Canucks. Yep. Don't talk all salty. Now all of a sudden the Oilers are not good. Okay. There are only 3 teams better than the Oilers. Panthers, Knights, Caps. I would argue that. I think it was on the 4th goal on Demko. He had his head down. He was leaning towards the net. He looked defeated. Oh, man. It's been a gong show for weeks. Why even care if Canucks are losing? So if all these teams are better, why? They just are. There's nothing we can do about it. And Blazers fans, right? It's not like we're going anywhere this year. Demko should try his best and get off-season training and one-on-one time with Ian Clark. I like that. Hey, Jeevan, good to see you. I think that the Avs and Jets are. I think the Avs are just they're good like the Oilers. I think the Jets are better. The Jets are better. The Jets are insane. McDavid and Dry in a playoff mode. Just wait and see who is who. Mike, that's a good point. When's the last time you were unsure of this franchise health? Oh, 2 seasons ago? Good point, Dan. Popeye's here. I turned it off as soon as I saw 2 goals, but oops, they got 3. Yeah, I mean, if you just waited another minute or less, you would have saw a 3rd goal. What is the cope mode? What are we talking about here? I've watched so many videos. Yeah. Yeah, the Canucks are in serious trouble. Yeah, exactly. Headed to Chicago. Get me Bedard. Yeah, exactly. I'd love Bedard. No, by the way, Stuart, I'm glad you brought this up because I think as Canuck fans, and you've heard me say I want the Canucks to trade for Bedard. I would trade Pettersson and Bedard for Bedard in a heartbeat. They would never do that, okay? So, and you know me, like we just have wishful thinking. For example, JT Miller's been rumored to be like the Rangers, the Hurricanes are interested, and we've also heard the Devils. And every time you hear the word Devils, you think, let's trade Miller or Pettersson for the Hughes brothers. Guys, they're not trading the Hughes brothers, especially Jack. They're not. So don't put it in there. They're not. It's just like they're not trading Bedard. Okay. So I need to relax about that. But the Devils are not trading Jack Hughes. So many people put that. You can't say it's on the players, but it's also the onus of the coach as well. Yep. It's hard to pinpoint what the problem is for sure, but I think it's more on the players than it is on the coach. Popeye Sailor wants to dump Pettersson. Wow. I would rather trade him. People don't need to get it. Will the Oilers versus Panthers in the Cup be in the Cup final again? This time Oilers do it and no more than 6. I don't think Edmonton makes it to this Cup final at this stage. That's what I'm saying. Jones and another good D prospect plus the Leafs first. Ooh, for Pettersson. See, I don't know if Seth Jones makes like $9 million a year or something like that. I wouldn't want him, but maybe I wouldn't do that unless Chicago's first was coming our way. Pettersson was rumored to Chicago. However, Blackhawks Seth Jones did not want to come to Vancouver, or it could have been a sealed and dealed transaction. This was in September, not recently. Okay, but it's come up again. I say trade Miller and PD both. I've thought about that too. One is a bully that teammates dislike. The other is soft and wimpy Swede who takes the salary of 2 good forwards. I don't think his nationality matters, to be honest, but wow. I have a feeling, I mean, the window's closing, right? Not closing, sorry. The window's there. Anytime you have McDavid on team, he's always in the conversation. Maybe the Oilers do win the Cup this year. I'm not sure. Hughes is 5'9", 150 pounds, and he will get ragdolled by any player in the NHL. Yeah, same with Pettersson. Can't win with softies on your team. Bunch of little punks. Nick, Quinn Hughes is literally the best defenseman in the NHL. If you trade him, you're the craziest GM on the planet. You can build around guys like that. Would I want him to be 6'4", 230 and still have all those skills? Absolutely. But please don't think like it's not about having a physical dominance. He has skills that is unlike anyone else. To be that small and that effective night in, night out, I just think like you can't. I understand the Pettersson argument. I get that. I think that's just weird that you say that Hughes is not like, man, he's good. Yeah, Jen, he doesn't play with any joy. He's like he's in the dentist chair even when he scores. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have a feeling that he'll end up getting one. But will it be with Edmonton? That's what you're saying. And Elson says he doubts that. Okay. I want to push back on this comment. And in theory, you're 100% right. But in practice, doesn't always. Go check the Washington Capitals team. Look at their ages. You'll be shocked how many guys are like 34 or older. And they're first place in the NHL right now. Or top 2, top 3. Age does not mean they're going to decline for sure. People are playing with the advancements in technology, knowing how the body works. People are playing at a higher level for longer. Look at LeBron James. I know he's one of the greatest of all time. Okay, so he's in, but I'm just telling you, Ovechkin's still playing at a high level. I'm telling you right now, I think that JT Miller, I think he's got 7 years left in his contract, maybe 6. I bet you he plays at a high level for 4 of them. That is worth the money. That is worth the money. So I get that, like, oh, Pettersson's 26, therefore you should keep him. What if Pettersson's the one that production drops off? He's on pace to have a worse season than JT Miller, and everyone's talking about how bad of a year JT Miller's having. So just because Pettersson's 26 doesn't mean he's going to bounce back. We hope he does. But in theory, this makes sense. What you just said here, in theory, makes sense. In practice, doesn't always make sense. I hope you're right. And it looks like we're going to keep Pettersson and get rid of Miller. So. Oh, yeah. The Oilers are using this guard and stuff. The Canucks should try that too. Yeah, exactly. Robin, big mistake getting rid of Nikita Zadorov. I said that from day one. He just got paid so much money and so much term. I don't know. I don't think Zadorov would have turned this team around. Yeah. Personally, that was awesome goal by Besser. Yeah, well, it was crazy. But yeah, you're right. Personally, Zadorov chose to leave Vancouver. No one got rid of him. He said that the deals were very similar. He chose Boston. Yeah. Yeah. Zadorov chose to go somewhere else. Demko needs more time to get into shape. That's very possible, Eugene. Pettersson for Jack Eichel. I mean, this is what I'm saying, right? And Jack Eichel's older, right? Vegas would never do that deal, by the way. On the current roster, is there any players born in Canada? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. I just forget who they are. I wouldn't like it in Vegas. I wouldn't like it in Vegas. Yeah, his face-offs were better tonight. That's good. This season feels like Benning is still running the show partly with the owner's input. That's a good point, Dan. Either Miller or Tocchet needs to go now. Okay. I mean, that's a fair statement. Chemo. We need more tough Canadian players that have passion to win. Coming from a Finn, you're with your Finnish background, and you're saying we need more Canadian players. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. Canucks game vlogger is so mad about tonight's game. I get it. Yeah, I know. McCarn never gets any flack. As the flack Hughes gets, I don't know why. Capitals are frauds, though. I don't know, man. They look good to me. Europe should just go to the NHL size rank so their players are used to the faster hitting game when they come over. Jacks, I like that idea. Get their share of wins, even though, yeah. Just flying through the comments now. This team is too hard to watch any longer this season. I like watching good hockey. It's really hard to watch these games. Washington defense can move the puck. Chychrun, Sundin, Carlson. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Think about this. If we trade Miller and Pettersson is still bad, then what? Hey, thank you. Like, I think people think that miraculously Pettersson's going to be a better player when JT Miller leaves. I'm just not convinced. I hope he is. Yes, I did see the article, G, of it was basically the same money, but because his wife likes the USA, so the Ducks weren't professional twice during the go. Yeah, I saw that whole thing. Yeah, he just chose Boston, everyone. Yeah, Jake DeBrusk is Canadian. See what it leads to deter other teams from taking liberties. I know that's one of the reasons why I want to keep him. Management gambled on his decor, thinking Vinny D. Forbert could replace Z and Colt. They were wrong, as you're saying. I couldn't live in Vegas. Dry air equals dry skin, which I already have. Okay. 4 teams with impressive defenses here: Washington Capitals, Nashville Predators, Winnipeg Jets, Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, so that was 4. Now we're at 5. Rangers. 6 for honorable mention, Florida Panthers. I don't know what I don't know have any updates for Sherwood. Heinen is from Langley. Yep. Pettersson is the wet blanket in the locker room. Give him a snuggie and flush his head down the toilet. Then give him. Trav Petey should be cutting $100,000 check every game he doesn't score, so he can make it out to Children's Hospital. That'd be cool. Conference Finals predictions: Rangers versus Winnipeg Jets. Aren't Winnipeg's on the West, right? So East, West. So you think Conference Finals predictions? That's not possible. Colorado and Edmonton. Winnipeg's in the West, right? Did you? You must have made a mistake there. Cup final will be Jets Capitals. That'd be awesome. Miller and Pettersson will not be traded for value. Canucks will take a hit on either trade due to performances. Then I say don't trade either one of them. Well, maybe Demko should get a conditioning stint in the AHL. Call up Tolopilo, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to believe the Jets, Oilers, or Flames will be Cup finalists, with the Canucks having shown me they're not likely to win. Yeah, I don't think the Flames are going to be there. Shouldn't have let Tanev go. I agree. Back in the day, we shouldn't have let him go. Post game 650 said that Petey in 82 games from last season, playoffs, and this year has scored 56 points. I'd rather trade Petey, even though he's 26, for Hall over Miller. I like that statement. As the Canucks can win that first overall pick in 2027, going to be amazing. Sell Pettersson to Chicago for 3 firsts, just so we got a shot. That'd be cool. Which team are you cheering for the Four Nations tournament? Oh, Canada. And guys, I'm going to do, my plan is to do videos on that as well. So I think you'll be into it. I'll be into it. Sherwood left the game because he could be traded tomorrow. Sportsnet just reported it. What? Wow. That's wild if it's true. Demko to HL doesn't clear waivers. That's right. Instead of Alvin re-signing Big Z, he signed Myers and Desharnais for the same money. Yep. But again, Z went to Boston, chose Boston. So, yeah, I don't know where Patera is. I don't know. Is he third string? I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched it. Thank you so much, Kevin, for enjoying this channel. I appreciate you. I appreciate every one of you coming out. I'm going to call it a night, everyone. Yeah, I'm going to call it a night. It's been an hour. I was going to do less than that, but just been having a lot of fun with each one of you. Again, frustrating night. Lost. I hope Sherwood's not getting traded. That would be crazy. Canucks get smashed 6-2 by the Oilers. Wasn't a fun night. I'll be live streaming on doing the post-game show on Saturday against Capitals. Come join me. Might be Canucks therapy again. We might actually win. I don't know. We're probably due for a win. I'm trying to get Hockey Talk on the Rock with me for that post-game. If they come on, you will not want to miss that. So hope you have a fantastic night, everyone. Really appreciate you. Hit the like and subscribe. And of course, always, we're going to cheer this team on. Whether we win or lose, we're going to cheer them on. Have a great night, and go Canucks go.